Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercrafts 67. How is everyone today? Hope you are well. It is very early on Wednesday morning here today. But what I have been working on is a journal. I'm using a printable here from BontikVintageDesigns, and this printable is called Vintage Clothing. I have done a video flipping through of this printable, but I've sort of been working on my journal. So I've got my cover semi-completed and my inside covers, and my sort of signature is sort of getting there. But I wanted to use some of the elements in the vintage clothing kit to make some ephemera. So I decided I might make some little junk journal pockets or pouches using some vellum and some pieces from this printable, from this kit. So this was just my first little mock-up that I created, just with some scrapbooking paper. I've got some Tim Holtz dolls, and I've used some vellum for the actual pocket. So it's a nice deep little pocket, and it's got some good room to get your hands in and out to grab your ephemera. And not only do they look nice, like clipped into your journal, you could also create pockets, or they'd be lovely for happy mail. So yeah, I made that one just as a little trial. And then I used one of the printable elements. You do get a series of this size in the kit. These are around about just short of 7 inches by 5, just short. And I thought they could make a really nice base for these pouches. And with the vellum, if you really, I don't know if you'll see it on camera, but this is pink vellum, but you can see the actual design of the printable through the bag. And I just love that. And then you've got somewhere really lovely just to house some ephemera for, like I said, a happy mail. Or in my instance, I sort of thought that I could clip it into, say, a journal, clip it onto a journal page. So it'll sort of have this kind of idea. If I can just grab a page, and just with that paper clip, I'm just going to sort of clip it in place on a journal page, just something like that. And yeah, I love it. You can fill it really full of all different bits of ephemera. So yeah, I thought I might make 2 for this journal. So this would be number 1, and we'll go ahead and create a second one for another page. So really simple. It's such a quick and easy little embellishment idea, or pocket idea. So I'm going to use this element from the kit, and it's the same, ironically, the same as my cover. So that would be nice throughout the journal. Now these are, I haven't printed on the back side of these, so not sure yet what I want to do with that. So I've got my piece as the background for my pocket, and then I've just got some vellum. This is just white vellum, so I think it will show up better. And then I'm just wanting to create like an envelope flap that will come over the top of the pocket. So I've just picked just a random scrap of scrapbooking paper that I have here at home. So first of all, what I want to do is I'm going to take my flap, and I'm going to just trim that out a little. There's a little bit of a, well, actually what I should do is just measure it for width against this this piece here. So I'm going to kind of cut that. I just want to level that up nicely, and I'm going to sort of just trim that off on the edge there, so that it is flush with my background page for the pocket. So just like that sort of thing. And I don't know, I think that measures, let's measure this piece. Yeah, just on 3 inches, just over. So that works really well. So all I basically want to do is just fold that in half, and then that will create my little flap, my little opening. So I'm just going to round the corners. I just think on these a rounded corner looks pretty. And I'm just going to, just with my corner rounder, and I will also, probably not on video, but I like to sew around that. So this is so simple, it really just takes minutes. Now I'm going to take my piece of vellum, and I want to kind of cut it so that I have, oh, I don't know, a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, somewhere eyeballing on either side. So I'm just going to sort of kind of mark it there, and I'm just going to cut that away. About like that. And then I just want to drop that down, the opening of the pouch pocket. I just want to drop that down by about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch from the top. So I'm just going to cut away again, I don't know, about 3/4 inch. That's very personal choice. If you like it to go right to the top, you can. I just prefer it to come down just a little bit so that you've got easy access into the pocket. You could also just cut a little finger notch out of that as well if you wanted to. All right, so that is pretty much all we need for elements. Like I said, simple stuff. All right, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a bit of ink, and I'm going to ink up around my edges of this background piece. Isn't that pretty? This is a really lovely kit. If you'd like to work with vintage inspired digitals, especially this one being called Vintage Clothing, then yeah, definitely jump on over. This is from BontikVintageDesigns on Etsy. Anton is the designer and owner of the store. I haven't checked this morning, but Anton usually has sales going in his Etsy store, and he's got over 500 digitals to choose from. So I will link this kit, and I'll link the shop in the description box below if you want to go over and have a little look. So I'm just inking up around my little top section, and I will ink on the inside because you will see the inside. All right, just like that sort of thing. And I'll ink the vellum in a minute. So basically all I want to do for the first section here, for the first piece, is I'm going to take that flap. Now I have inked along that middle section, so I'm just, when I glue it, I just want to leave, I don't know, about 1/8 inch or so just down from that folded section. I don't want to sort of, well, I suppose you could, but I'm just going to leave it down just a little bit, and I'm just going to simply glue that onto the back of my printable piece. Just basically like that. So I'm going to just put that down. I'm just going to try and keep it as level as I can on those sides, and just do that. And then that becomes our little fold over. That becomes this little section here that just folds over to create the pocket, or to create the flap on the pocket. And it's around this section here that I will machine stitch. Again, that's an optional choice. You don't have to machine stitch, but I like that look. All right, so now I'm going to take my piece of vellum, and this is really as simple as this project gets. I'm just going to run a really fine bead of glue just along this bottom section, just to secure that vellum on. And I'm just going to close this up for a minute. And then I just want to keeping those sort of ½ inch, quarter inch, whatever inch sections on the side that you want. Just keeping those there, and I'm just going to secure that down there. Now what I have done, I am folding these sections behind, because having those little gusseted areas or those little tabs just creates a little bit more room inside the pocket. And it's as simple as, all I'm doing is that, just folding it straight around the back of the piece, the background piece. Now if you didn't want that on the back, you could do this step and fold them sort of inside. You could sort of do it like that, but I didn't want to see that vellum piece on the inside. And I have, with this one, I've just backed some coffee stained paper and bits and pieces onto the back of that. So when you clip it in and take it out of your journal, you've got an area you can write on the back of your pocket if you like. You could, if like with this one, I did this one with double-sided scrapbook paper. So you don't have to worry about anything on the back at all in that instance if you were using a double-sided piece. So once that's all sort of folded and you're happy with that, I'm just going to give that a bit of a burnish like that, nice and tight. And then again, I'm just going to take my glue and I am simply going to just glue those closed. Just like that. And the same with this side. Just like that. And then I have picked out from my scrap bin another piece of coffee stained paper. So you could just sort of pop that straight over the top. I'm really not sure what I want to do. I have done it on this one. So if it's a clip-in, I would line the back, but I might actually secure this as a pocket. So I could just glue down 3 sides and pop it onto the page. So that's pretty much it done, just like that. That's as simple as it is. And it creates a nice deep ephemera holder, little pocket to put inside your journal. So as for a closure, all I'm going to do is just put a paper clip there like that. And then I've just got some element pieces, just some bits and pieces, die cuts and things that I'm just going to decorate that with. But isn't that pretty? You can sort of, I will also run down along this edge with the machine, as I've done with this one here. So I've just run down along the edge of the pouch with the machine, and I've stitched around that top flap with the machine as well. I don't know if that's in camera, but that's, again, personal choice. That looks just as pretty like that. So just these pieces that I've got a Tim Holtz paper strip. I've got a couple of elements from other die cut kits, and I've got a little floral arrangement there from a die cut kit, just things that I've got on hand here. So I'm going to use a bit of distress ink and just ink up around these. Just like that. And I'm just going to do the same with all of these pieces. Just to give it a bit of depth. And I'm just sort of going to do just a bit of a layered embellishment on the base of this pocket here. All right, so first of all, I love that strip, so I sort of want that there, and I will cut it to size when we've glued everything down. And I've got this, it's like a compass, I suppose. but I just like that it's circular, and I'm just going to run that behind that strip, and then this piece here I'm just going to pop over the top like that sort of thing, and then put our floral arrangement kind of there like that. So it's really, really simple. So first of all, we'll just stick this one down, and I'm just eyeballing for placement. I'm not sort of too concerned, that sort of thing. And then we'll run this one down, just a bit of glue. And I just kind of want to keep that to the center sort of thing. Just kind of keep it straight. And I'll just cut off those edge pieces when we're finished. Taking this little one just because I love a number, and I'm going to sort of pop that there like that. I've just done a little bit of messy sewing around that piece, sort of thing like that. And then just my little floral element, just sort of layer it up like that. I think that's up the right way, I can never tell. We'll do it like that, that looks right to me. And I'm just going to pop that down over the top like that. I'll just cut off those extra bits there. Cut that there and cut that one there. And there you have it. It's as simple as that. You can keep going. You could do some hand stamping on the vellum. Like I said, I will definitely machine stitch. You could do some more embellishing on your flat piece, on that little fold over piece. Yeah, really the sky's the limit with how you want to decorate. But then it's just, yeah, it's quite a big section. I'll just take the ephemera out of this one. This again is pieces from the kit, from the vintage clothing kit. You've got some bookmark pieces that I've just double backed, and just a little pocket. These all come in the kit, and then a little journal card there. So I just thought I would load up that pocket with these things. Again, of course, you could put them in the journal, but I just thought they could look really pretty loaded into this little pocket pouch. So when you popped it behind the white vellum, it stands out a lot better, and there's still so much more room in there for ephemera. So now we'll put these into the journal. Like I said, I haven't sewn that journal into place yet. I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm finished adding pages to the signature, but we'll just pick some pages, pick a place, and we'll pop it in. So we'll sort of do one towards the front and one towards the back. So let's take this page here, and I'm just going to clip this one into here like so. And then we'll pick a page at the back kind of thing. Yeah, let's pop it onto this one here. Pardon me. And we'll just clip that one. Where's my paper? There it is. Now, as for a closure, if you wanted that to be closed, you could do the policy closure. You could, magnets would be wonderful. You could pop a magnet on the back and a magnet under here, and then that would clip. You could do some of those, I don't know what they're called. They're like a little round circle, and it's like that hook and loop material, that Velcro-y stuff. But I think a little paper clip works well too. And then they just sit nicely inside, and the more ephemera that you put inside, the heavier it will sit on your page. So there you go. Simple, easy little pocket idea for a journal. And I am using Vintage Clothes by BontikVintageDesigns on Etsy. So again, like I said, I will link all the necessary links below so that you can go on over and have a look at that kit should you want to. But yeah, you can do this with anything. And if you didn't have vellum as such, tracing paper works really well as well, or rice paper. You could even do that with tissue paper. I reckon that could look pretty too. Pardon me. So there you go, guys. Just a really, really simple little pocket idea. All wonderful for Happy Mail. They would make really sweet little pouches for Happy Mail. All right, everyone. Just a little quick one for me today. I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. Yeah, stay safe and well, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.